Serena thought, I lost my parents at a young age. In the period of loneliness that followed, I found comfort in something unexpected: fantasy novels. The main characters in those stories often got into some absurd accident or another before falling into a new, unfamiliar world. That day, I was chatting with my friend about a character who had died in a bus accident and traveled to another dimension. And while we were talking, suddenly an accident happened. I never imagined I would be in a bus accident myself. I can't believe this is how I die. Not that it matters, considering I don't have much to live for in this life, but my friend was always there for me whenever I felt alone. I really hope she makes it. My dear friend, be blessed with eternal happiness. Who was that? It is the sort of voice that could only exist in a fantasy world. Or have I died and gone to heaven? Next scene. Serena thought, where am I? I am sure I was pinned under that bus just a second ago. Suddenly, a knight tried to attack her. Serena shouted, get away from me. The next moment, Serena thought, the sword, it is melting. Don't tell me this is all my doing, is it? Prince Eric came and said, enough, pardon our insolence. It appears my soldiers are afraid of strangers. Serena asked, who are you? The prince replied, my name is Eric Crovia, but everyone refers to me as the prince abandoned on the battlefield because he had nowhere to go. I was about to meet my death in an enemy ambush when your magic startled them and they fled. You saved my life. I won't press you about your origin or identity. If you need a safe place to stay for a while, why don't you come with me? Serena thought, I accepted his offer, but after that, the people of the empire were not so quick to accept me. They asked, who or where is Earth? What is the meaning of that? You think he would bring an absolute unknown to court? The prince told them, this is my honored guest. She is to be treated with courtesy. Serena thought, no matter how godlike my new powers may have been, what could a high schooler do on her own in a completely new world? I needed someone to vouch for my character, and Eric needed my strength. From that point on, I became his sword and led the Crovian Empire to victory. Thanks to that, Eric acceded to the imperial throne, and in return, he appointed me a duke. Despite my being a woman of obscure origin, there was resistance from the nobility at first, but once I had conquered the empire's powerful enemy kingdoms, such talks gradually subsided. 10 years later, ballroom of the imperial palace, Serena appears as a duke of the Crovian Empire. Noble ladies spoke, you are looking just splendid today, your grace. Serena replied, thank you. Prince Eric, who had now become the emperor, said, my goddess has arrived. Serena replied, I told you to knock it off with that goddess stuff. The emperor continued, you look wonderful with your hair dyed blonde. Serena commented, save those compliments for your fiancée. She has been glowering at me for a while now. The emperor told her, don't worry, there is nothing between her and me. It is only a political alliance. Now then, today's banquet is being held to welcome a most honored guest from the kingdom of Arena, so let us all eat, drink, and be merry. Serena thought, honored guest, my ass, you blackmailed a defeated kingdom and took their friends hostage is more like it. She asked, where is this honored guest anyway? The emperor replied, are you interested? The prince will be staying in an annex of the palace for the time being, so I had him introduce himself to the other nobles over there first. See that man beside him, with the platinum hair. Serena thought, wow, incredible, I may be the op character in some crazy fantasy world, but he is something out of an entirely different genre. The emperor told her, he's got the type of face you like. Olivia came and spoke, it is time for the first dance, your majesty, everyone is waiting. The emperor asked, would you be my partner? Olivia replied, certainly. Serena thought, finally, that is that sorted. Prince Ricardo came and asked, are you finding the facilities a little dull, your grace? If I may be so bold, would you do me the honor of granting a dance? Serena replied, sorry, but I am not fond of dancing. The prince asked, is that so? You don't wish to dance with me? Serena thought, you won't change my mind, not even with that face. What is he trying to do? The prince continued, your grace, I dare say, I think I could make your heart beat. Serena replied, fine, you should know that I am not a very good dancer. After that, Serena asked, what is your name? The prince replied, I am Ricardo of Arena, please call me Rico. The next moment, Serena asked, what exactly did you mean when you said you would make my heart beat? She thought, I only accepted this dance to question him, but he does not seem to know anything about that. The prince stated, I would like to get it back for you, your heart, that is. Serena thought, the moment I heard those words, It was almost as if I could feel my heart throb, but of course, that could not have been possible, because I don't have one. She remembered, I only realized I did not possess a heart 2 years after I fell into this world, under the pretense of wanting to complete an old conquest from 2 years prior. I scoured the place where I had first entered this world, the kingdom of Arena. I thought I might have lost my heart there. Looking back, I must have been half mad. After that, Serena said, I could not find it. The emperor replied, I think it is best we keep this between us. There is already talk of you possessing demonic power. Public sentiment is bad as it is. Serena thought, but even after that, I continued my search for a way to reclaim my heart. Why not just forget about my heart and enjoy my life as an OP warrior? I made it through countless battles unscathed and survived wounds that would have killed others instantly. Will I have to go on like this for the rest of my life, when I am not even capable of handling this sheer power? What if I end up alone in this world for tens of thousands of years? I want to go back. I want to be human again. Now back in the present time, nobles were chatting. Has the Duke taken a fancy to the prince? Is she going to kill him? Serena thought, no one knows the secret of my missing heart, save for Eric and me. So how could a prince from another kingdom possibly? Serena asked, out with it, how do you know about my heart? The prince replied, wait, please let me go. Serena said, those flames, who exactly are you? She thought, in all this time, I have never met a single person with the same power as me, but I am sure I felt his pulse just now, which means his heart, unlike mine, is still there. Where the hell did this guy come from? The prince spoke, please, calm yourself. I will tell you everything. It happened 10 years ago. I was paying the Iranian fields a visit when I saw something extraordinary. A heart radiating a crimson glow. When I touched that heart, in that instant, I was sucked into a dark, cavernous space. I don't know where I was, but after some time, I saw there was a dragon. It did not seem to be alive. I wished I had prepared some emergency provisions. How much longer could I last here? I would need stamina to make it back up, but the only thing to eat here was the dragon. Then I started eating it. My throat felt like it was on fire. As soon as I gulped down the dragon flesh, everything went black. I don't know how many days passed like that, but when I opened my eyes and slowly came to, I felt an immense new power surging within me. Without giving it another thought, I began to climb my way upward, and within a week, I had made it to the surface. Soon after, I returned to Arena, and then, a few years later, rumors that a duke from the empire had come to Arena in search of something swirled through the kingdom. Serena asked, so what are you saying? What did that heart have to do with the dragon, and how did you know it was mine in the first place? The prince replied, do you know anything of my homeland, your grace? Serena commented, I know Arin is that of a dragon. The prince continued, that is correct. It is said that as a token of their friendship, the founder of Arin gave the dragon her heart in exchange for their power. Once she had gained their strength, she could throw boulders the size of mountains with a single finger and cleave a mountain in two with a single swing of her sword. You have likely heard the tale before. Serena thought, that story is definitely about my power. I had heard that legend before. Naturally, I dismissed it as pure fiction. But having an eyewitness to prove it changes things, I should leave for Arena at once. The prince emphasized, and so, I have something I would like to ask of you. Would you do me the honor of giving me your hand in marriage? Serena replied. You are not asking me to become your nice, dutiful wife in exchange for telling me the secret of my heart, are you? The prince told her, not at all, your grace. I am merely asking you if you would be so willing as to have me as your husband. Next scene, Lorne said, your grace, look at this. A tryst with the prince on the terrace. What utter nonsense, right? Serena replied. How could it be a tryst when neither of us is married? Lorne continued. Exactly. Shall we sue that gossip-mongering rag? Serena told her, there is no need. It is rather amusing. Stop fretting. Also, about my questions from earlier. You are the only friend I have got, and ancient history is your specialty. Lorne replied, well, I suppose that is true, but why are you suddenly curious about the history of Arena? Serena commented, I'd like to become more cultured. It is probably best that I don't tell her about my heart, or lack thereof. Lorne explained, legend has it that the founder of Arena presented her heart to the dragon. It is utterly absurd, but that is old tales for you. Now that I have answered, won't you tell me what on earth happened between the two of you at the ball? Serena said, nothing of note, he just proposed to me, some interesting stories too. Then she remembered. Serena replied, what sort of nonsense are you? The prince stated, "My offer would certainly benefit you too. Like you were just thinking, I am going to run off to Arena first thing tomorrow, were I not?" "Well, I am afraid you would not be able to make it," Serena asked. "I would not be able to, and why not?" The prince explained, "Because of what happened in Arena, after I escaped from that pit, of course." Then he told her about back then, when I returned to the palace. The queen came and spoke, "Quiet, all of you, my son. I am glad to see you have returned in one piece. Now, will you please tell me what on earth happened?" The prince said, "That was when the horrible experiments ensued. They wanted to condition soldiers just as strong as me to fight against the most powerful duke of the empire. Each day was torture, and it went on for years. The experiments only stopped when the dragon's power left me and the war came to an end. Now, the kingdom has become the queen's private estate, untouchable by any and all, and that is why an imperial duke such as your grace cannot access the land freely, but things would be different if we were married." Serena commented, "You are a member of the Iranian royal family in addition to being an imperial duke. You lied about losing the dragon power, didn't you?" The prince replied, "It was the only way to put a stop to those experiments, so, what do you say?" Now back in the present time, Serena thought, "Should I play along for now, if need be? I can always make him pay for his misdeeds later." Then she asked, "Do you happen to know where the prince is staying?" Lauren replied, "From what I have heard, he is a guest at the imperial palace." Serena spoke, "Then I guess I will have to head there." Lauren asked, "Right now?" "Why?" Serena stated, "Do you have to ask to accept his proposal?" "Of course." Next scene. The emperor asked, "Have you actually developed an interest in that prince?" "Well, if you wish to marry him, go ahead," Serena said. "I did not think you, of all people, would approve." The emperor continued, "It is your decision to make. Who would dare object? Besides, you can always have it annulled, which I think I would much prefer, I must admit." Serena asked, "And why is that? Were you not just telling me to get married?" The emperor commented, "Because I know I can't stop you. I have been worried about you. You said yourself that your emotions have been growing more and more numb by the day, which only deepened my concern. And there were times when it actually seemed dangerous. I was worried that you might never feel what it is to love." Serena emphasized, "As I said, it is not as if I love the prince." The emperor asked, "Still, you are fond of him, or do you deny it?" "Well now, that has been confirmed. There is nothing more I could wish for." Serena spoke, "I actually have a favor to ask of you, though it may prove a bit difficult." The emperor replied, "Name it, whatever you want is yours." Serena whispered something. The emperor shouted, "Are you out of your mind? No, you can have anything but that." After some time, at Prince Ricardo's quarters, Serena thought, "Well, I am here, but where to begin?" The prince opened the door and said, "Welcome, your grace." Serena asked, "Where did your attendants run off to? Should they not be opening the door?" The prince told her, "I don't especially enjoy having others around me. Are you not the same way?" Serena spoke, "You were right. Anyway, I am here because I felt our discussion was cut short at the ball." The prince replied, "I completely understand your position, your grace. It must have been disconcerting, receiving such an abrupt proposal. So, if you would like, we can draw up a contract and set some conditions in advance. For instance, if you would like to take a paramour, I would not object. I would endure it so as not to impede you." Serena thought, "This little, just what sort of scum does he take me for?" She said, "Very well, I will set some conditions as per your suggestion, but this won't be necessary as long as you answer my questions honestly. I will accept your proposal. How do you benefit from marrying me, and what is your purpose in doing this?" "Frankly speaking, it seems more natural that you would want to conspire with the queen and use me instead of marrying the person who made you this way. Would it not make more sense for you to want revenge on her instead?" The prince stated, "Not at all. I still recall the very first time I set my eyes on you." Serena asked, "You mean it was not at the ball?" The prince explained, "No, it was not. It was the very day, your grace, you destroyed our kingdom." Back in time, the king said, "And so, the kingdom of Arena offers the dragon heart to the sword of the empire as a token of our surrender." Serena asked, "So this is that incredible gem you were telling me about?" The king thought, "To think that we are to hand over a national treasure to an upstart duke like her, and the dragon heart, no less." Serena spoke, "It is quite lovely." The next moment, it was shattered. All of them thought, "What the hell?" The king asked, "What have you done?" The dragon heart was the purest gem, unrivaled in all this world. The prince continued, "In that moment, I realized the reign of that accursed kingdom had finally reached its end, and no matter what your intentions may have been, it was thanks to you that the Queen's laboratory, where I had endured endless suffering, was also destroyed. And that is when I decided that, come what may, I would return my savior's heart to her. Who knows, perhaps I had already fallen for you by then." Serena said, "Don't jest." The prince asked, "What makes you think I was?" "That was just one of the reasons I want to help you. After you have taken me as your trophy, I wish for you to invade Arena, take back your long-concealed heart, and trample every last one of the kingdom into dust under your feet. It is something I long to see, truly." Serena commented, "I like that reason much better. I will be calling you Rico from now on, and I have one more condition: don't fall in love with me. That would be far too burdensome. I look forward to working with you. Now then, shall we begin preparations for the wedding?" After that, Serena spoke, "This is what I want you to use." The shop owner said, "The fabled dragon eye from the kingdom of Arena." A few hours earlier, a servant came and told her, "Your Grace, His Majesty has sent a gift." Serena thought, "So after making that fuss, he ended up sending it after all, right? After I crushed the dragon heart, the Iranians gave the emperor another precious gem called the dragon eye." Now back in the present time, the shop owner asked, "You want me to cut something this precious to fit inside a humble ring? I have never received such a request in all my time as a jeweler. Was the ring I made you previously not to your liking?" Serena replied, "It is not that, it is just that I won't be the one wearing this ring." She thought, "I am sure Ricardo will be surprised." The next moment, the prince came and asked, "Have you finished making your selection?" Serena thought, "Why are you here already?" The prince asked, "Was there something you wanted to tell me?" Serena replied, "When I have been thinking about it, I really do think you would look good in anything, so I have decided to take every men's accessory they carry here." The prince asked, "The entire line?" "That really won't be necessary, Your Grace," Serena stated. "The Empire's most powerful duke is getting married. It is the least I can do for my husband-to-be." She thought, "Looks like he did not catch on." After that, the prince said, "Thank you for your generosity today." Serena replied, "It was nothing." The prince asked, "May I repay you by taking on the wedding arrangements?" Serena told him, "Why? The emperor told me to leave those to the imperial household." The prince emphasized, "I need to appear to be desperately clinging to this marriage. You see, Arena has another potential successor to the throne besides me, and so, to avoid being blocked by him and his allies, I must convince them that our union is not a bid for your power, but one born out of true love." Serena commented, "If that is the case, would planning the wedding really be enough? Even setting aside the Iranian royal family, we still have the nobles from the empire to contend with. I am sure those pests will try their damnedest to obstruct this marriage." The prince spoke, "It sounds as though your relationship with the nobility is far from ideal. Do you, by any chance, still have the remnants of the dragon heart? You could have a piece of it fashioned into something and sent to the houses of the nobles, along with a letter thanking them for their loyalty and dedicated service to the empire." Serena asked, "You think that would help repair our relationship?" The prince explained, "Yes, I believe it would. The nobles' yearning to be acknowledged by those who rule over them is just as great as their desire to oppress those below them." Serena said, "Very well, we will see how they respond then. I am glad that I am marrying you." The prince told her, "We have not even held our engagement ceremony yet. By the way, I suggest allowing the servants to discuss our marriage among themselves as much as they would like. You will find that the power of rumors is far greater than you think." Serena commented, "As you said, the power of rumors. If you truly want to enter high society, this much is required." After some time, Serena thought, "Prince, he said he would be invited to a special poetry reading for lovers here. Considering he was a hostage from a foreign land, he seems to have adapted rather quickly to imperial high society. I wonder how he is doing." Then she heard the voice. The person spoke, "I am only saying this because the Duke is not present. You have been strategizing from the moment you first approached her, have you not? Whether it be love or her title you are after, that is still not clear." The prince replied, "I have never lied to the Duke, not once. Besides, your remarks just now could be interpreted as a slight on her Grace's judgment." Serena thought, "Did he just look this way? Could it be?" Then she whispered, "What the? You can hear me from over there. The dragon's power really is almighty." The prince continued, "Duke Arts and I share the same feelings for one another. We both fell in love at first sight. Besides, she has always treated me with the utmost kindness. Is it so wrong of me to harbor affection for such a person?" Serena came and spoke, I know this goes against decorum, but it seems I will have to abduct one of your guests. Lady Fursha, I would like to apologize for so rudely disrupting today's reading. Would you be so kind as to pay my residence a visit later? The lady replied, Of course, Your Grace, it would be my honor. May I ask what manner of gathering you will be hosting? Serena stated, I will be hosting a ball to announce my engagement to Prince Ricardo. The celebration will be held at my residence in a week. Next scene, the fashion designer spoke, Congratulations, Your Grace, you are getting married at last. I shall carry out my duties to the best of my abilities, and if I may say so, I have not encountered a model so inspiring since the Emperor himself. Serena told her, but there is one small problem, the ball is only a week away. The fashion designer stated, Just leave it to me, Your Grace, I will fashion His Highness the most beautiful garb in the Empire before the week is up. Then she started taking his measurements. After that, she said, Now that I have your rough measurements, I will be back shortly with some samples. The prince asked, Your Grace, may I ask why you rushed to announce our engagement ahead of schedule? Serena replied, It was a bit sudden, was it not? It is just that I received a response from the House of Nobles after I sent them that gift. The nobles spoke, It is a gift from the Duke, and a sculpture adorned with the dragon heart. We must compose a letter to the Duke at once. In the letter, they said, We express our gratitude, Your Grace, for both your earnest praise and the precious gift. We, the members of the House of Nobles, hereby swear our eternal allegiance to the Empire. Serena spoke, It seems they were quite pleased with their gift, and so I thought this would be the perfect time to act. We have got to strike while the iron is hot. The fashion designer came and spoke, Please do try them on. After that, Serena thought, she ordered that we take everything the prince tried on today. I have always wanted to do something like this. I obsessed over countless novels and dramas before I fell into this world. If I don't try out those antics in a moment like this, when else will I get the chance? The prince came and asked, But do you think, Your Grace, how do I look? The fashion designer said, In all my years as a designer, I have never seen anyone who suited this ensemble so perfectly. With your dashing looks, you have certainly managed to pull it off. Serena said, But it seems something is missing. I brought along a little something I have prepared. Why don't we use it as the finishing touch? After that, the prince asked, This is the dragon eye, is it not? Serena replied, Well, I could not give my future husband any old cheap jewelry, could I? The prince commented, I am not at all certain I can accept this. Serena thought, Could it be that he finds it to be too much? This is just a contracted marriage, after all, she said. If it really bothers you, just think of the ring as a down payment. The prince commented, So this is a down payment. Serena continued, Well, that took longer than expected. I have never chosen men's clothing before. It is late. Why don't you spend the night at my mansion? Why do you look so dejected? Are the clothes not to your liking? The prince replied, It is nothing of importance. It is just that, back at the jewelry shop, I thought you were choosing a gift for His Majesty. Serena thought, Did we appear to be that close? She stated, Just to be clear, there will never be anything between the Emperor and me. Any chance of that happening ended a long time ago. The prince tried to say, But His Majesty. Then he stopped. Serena told him, I understand why you are worried, but you can set your mind at ease. No matter what everyone else may say, our marriage contract will not be broken. Besides, Eric is not exactly my type in the physical sense. The prince stated, Are you saying that I am? Serena replied, Of course you are just my cup of tea. Serena spoke, If I managed to capture your attention, even for a moment, then I am very glad my face has served its purpose. Serena asked, Are you implying that I am the sort of shallow person who only values looks? Well, if you need assistance, just call for me. She thought, Why did he have to get so close? The next morning, Serena asked, Once we are married, how about we do this here at my estate on a daily basis? I have not felt this limbered up in a long time. The prince replied, If that is your wish, Your Grace, I will most definitely be your sparring partner. Serena told him, Here I come. Come on, now stop being so dramatic and get up. I am the one who was pounded into the ground, not you. The prince replied, I must have been nicked by some debris, let's continue. Serena emphasized, Hold on, I never meant to harm you. If you had done a better job dodging, then you would not have gotten hurt, she thought, not the face. I have been living for the sight of it lately. It won't scar, will it? A servant came and spoke, Your Grace, His Majesty has responded to your invitation, Serena said. Let's see what he had to say. The prince asked, His Majesty will be attending, won't he? Serena replied, He is not coming. Well, he can do as he pleases. I only invited him out of courtesy anyway. That darned Eric. I knew he would be this way. The prince spoke, Your Grace, if you happen to be free today, then perhaps the two of us. Serena replied, Would you like to return to the palace? I have matters to attend to. The prince said, Very well, until the day of our engagement party, then. After some time, the prince thought, Your Grace, how much more time must pass before the two of us can grow close? Next scene. Lorne said, I am so honored that you came to deliver my invitation in person, and to think that you will be hosting the ball so soon. Serena replied, Yes. Well, I should act fast if I want to catch everyone off guard. Lorne asked, You will keep meeting with me even once you are married, won't you? Serena replied, You know I will. Even if I were to divorce Ricardo, I would never cut ties with you. Lorne commented, Divorce, please, don't even jest about something like that, but whatever choices you should make, I will, of course, support you in everything you do. Serena thought, her friend also said the same things. In a world where everyone fears me, Lorne is one of the few people who has always treated me without prejudice. I feel so at ease when I am with her, just like before, just like I did with Hyun. Actually, it is that way with the prince too. Maybe I do have some idea as to why I became interested in him. After that, Serena asked, A letter from the kingdom of Arena. Did you come all the way to my estate on account of this? The prince replied, Yes. I thought it best we open it together. We will be married soon, after all. Serena commented, Very well, so this is from the queen, your adoptive mother. The prince said, Your Grace, wait, Serena thought. The scent of roses, wait, this letter. It has been laced with poison. Serena asked, You don't seem especially surprised. The prince replied, Well, these sorts of things happen periodically. I have weathered a fair number of assassination attempts in my time. But what about you, Your Grace? Are you not startled by this incident? Serena told him, I am always getting assassination threats from defeated kingdoms. Word has reached us of the prince's impending nuptials. His Royal Majesty, the king, is most delighted. However, the hidden meaning could be deduced. The fool of a king may have given his blessing, but the nobility are strongly opposed, so abandon all hope of taking the throne. The queen thought that the prince managed to marry me, but in doing that, she wanted to tell you that you won't be laying a finger on Hercule. That is the gist of it, is it not? The prince told her, Please, don't pay it any mind, Your Grace. Serena stated, No, even if it is just to spite her, I will make this marriage happen. Next scene, Serena spoke, I expected to feel awkward wearing a gown after so long, but this is absolutely lovely. Looks like money can buy happiness. The maid also told her, We shall take that as a praise of our hard work. We worked harder than ever before. It would never do for you to be outshone by Lady Olivia at your own engagement celebration. Serena thought, Now that I think about it, the Emperor said he won't be coming, so there is no guarantee that Olivia will attend. The prince came. Serena spoke, That uniform really suits you. The prince replied, You look far more charming than I, Your Grace. Serena commented, Yes, well, I am quite happy with my get-up for the day too. The prince asked, May I help you with your necklace? Serena replied, If you would like. The prince continued, These jewels suit you, Your Grace. What do you think? Am I not just as splendid an adornment as them? Serena replied, Yes, you are. There will never again be a bridegroom to equal your magnificence in all the world. By the way, my dear betrothed, how long do you intend to keep calling me, Your Grace? The prince said, I will mind my words, Lady Serena. After some time, the Duke spoke, So, Duke Arts has certainly set the stage just as splendidly as one would expect. The nobles spoke, Good Lord, is that carriage? Of course, Lady Olivia. The Duke spoke, Greetings to the future Empress. Olivia replied, It has been some time since we met at the last banquet. The Duke commented, Indeed, which reminds me. Have you heard the rumors, my lady? They say the jewel set in the engagement ring Duke Arts presented to the prince. The next moment, both of them arrived. The Duke asked, How could I fail to attend a celebration held in honor of someone who has made such a tremendous contribution to our empire? Serena spoke, Well, I am most delighted that you accepted our invitation. Suddenly, Serena hit the glass in the Duke's hand. The Duke asked, What on earth? The prince told them, It is sleeping draught. Serena stated, It seems that even on a day like this, My territory has been infiltrated from a foreign land. To think that he tried to assassinate my guest using mere sleeping draught, how juvenile. Then she introduced both of them. The prince told her, he was my comrade in arms on the battlefield, so we know each other well. The duke asked, it must have come as quite a surprise for you, your highness, the way these sorts of unpleasant things, happening so frequently, befall your fiancé. How will you cope? The prince stated, I believe it is a small price to pay to be by Lady Serena's side. Then both of them said, we apologize for the belated greetings, your ladyship. Olivia emphasized, as you may have heard, His Majesty was unable to attend today's activities. Upon receiving word of the first sword of the Empire's impending betrothal, His Majesty personally bestowed the precious dragon eye on her, completely unaware that it would be returned to the prince's hands. The Duke thought, I did not expect Lady Olivia to be so direct. Olivia continued, well, Prince Ricardo, how does it feel to have successfully won the Duke's heart and reclaimed your homeland's national treasure? Prince replied, I could not quite put it that way. After all, now that Lady Serena has me as her betrothed, you could say the dragon eye is still in her possession. From my part, I can envision no greater honor. Nobles whispered, how could he say such a thing? Could it be that he really is besotted with her? Serena spoke, others tend to boast of their affection for one another at their engagement ceremonies, but as you have just witnessed ours for yourself, I think we can omit that portion of the proceedings. Thank you for coming to join our celebration. We wish you all an enjoyable evening and safe journeys home. After that, Serena asked, why are you laughing? The prince replied, I was just feeling pleased about the way you interceded on my behalf. Serena asked, does every little thing make you happy? The prince commented, I truly believe that this was a ceremony I will never forget. Next scene, Serena said, those damned houses of nobles, they snatched up the dragon heart happily enough, and yet they still refused to sanction my engagement. The emperor replied, relax, they still have yet to permit my marriage to proceed, despite the fact that I got engaged last year. Serena told him, you just don't push the issue because you don't want to get married, which reminds me, despite being emperor, you seem completely indifferent to affairs of state. Do you really have to be off fooling around like this? The emperor replied, well, that is because my work is not my life. By the way, Olivia said she would like to meet with you. Serena asked, why? The emperor continued, I have not the faintest idea, she just told me to pass on the message to you. Serena emphasized, what does that lady want with me? So the empress to be already has you at her beck and call. The emperor replied, to be clear, you are the one who refused that position, were you not? Serena thought, that darn Eric, why is he bringing that up now? The emperor remembered when he asked, what do you think about becoming the empress instead? Serena said, I was much too young back then, and not just me. You were too. The emperor thought, she always draws a line when it comes to this matter, as if she is warning me not to intrude any further. Serena asked, so what exactly did Lady Olivia say? The emperor replied, she suggested that you stop by for tea with your prince. Serena thought, could it be that she wants to apologize for that weird tension at our engagement party? Well, what could possibly happen? Next day, Olivia spoke, thank you for taking the time to come and see me. I hope you will listen soberly to the confession I am about to make. Would you like to hear me confess my affection for you? Serena thought things had always been so awkward between us, and now she is making a declaration like that out of the blue. There is no way she is serious. Just what are your real intentions? Olivia continued, you may not recall, Your Grace, but back when I was just a young debutante taking my first tentative steps into society, I deeply admired you. All of the young noble ladies of the time likely felt the same, and how could we not? All any of us aimed for was marrying well and social prestige, but there you were. A woman holding a dukedom in her own right, and so, if anyone were to become empress, I had hoped it would be you, when you first expected you to bring change to this letter. Serena told her, wait. Apologies for the interruption, but I have a question, why are you telling me this now? The prince commented, it must be because we are engaged. If you get married, Lady Serena, it means you will most likely start a family and remain within the empire. I presume Lady Olivia wants to know if it is your intention to fully establish yourself as a duke, and bring about sweeping change within the empire. Olivia said, you have quite the clever fiancé, Your Grace. Serena emphasized, I am sorry that I cannot live up to your expectations, but my devotion to this nation does not run so deep. I have become so weary of the business of killing and saving others, now I am just trying to save myself. Olivia told her, I understand, Your Grace. You must have been through a great deal over the years. If you ever happen to change your mind, you are welcome to come and see me at any time. After that, Serena spoke, Well, that was unexpected. It seems I have misjudged Olivia, but why did you seem so out of sorts just now? It was not like you. The prince replied, Seeing someone who has shown you nothing but hostility up until now selfishly demand that you work on behalf of her own house and the empire, I could not help but grow bitter on your behalf. Serena thought he did experience something similar himself. He is probably fed up with this sort of thing. It is no wonder he got so worked up. Then she said, Still, at least Olivia was honest with me. She admitted herself that she placed all those expectations on me of her own accord. It is also understandable that she felt the need to comment when she saw a jewel of the empire on a foreign prince's finger. The prince thought, That is right, but I do not like anyone, be it Lady Olivia or the imperial nobles, attempting to use Lady Serena to do their bidding. I wonder if there is some other way to keep the nobles in check. The dragon's heart. The prince told her, Wait, I suggest we keep Lady Olivia at arm's length for the time being. Instead, why not focus our attention on playing a trick on the House of Nobles? They're the source of these problems. Serena thought he wants to blow off some steam. She asked, What sort of trick? The prince replied, Before I came to the empire, I heard it is said that there is a casino run by the House of Nobles. On the surface, it appears to be nothing more than a common tourist attraction. A place where nobles from all over the continent can go to unwind and enjoy themselves. But it has one peculiar rule. The imperial family is not permitted to enter. Serena told him, Yes, I have been there before, but targeting such a place could be dangerous, while decimating a playground the nobles built up so painstakingly would be quite gratifying in the short term. This is not the sort of battlefield where every issue can be resolved through strength of arms alone. Their retaliatory strike will be proportional to our own. What if approval for our marriage is adversely affected? The prince commented, I was not suggesting that you attack the casino by force. Let's get it back from them. The dragon's heart, I mean. Here is what we will do. Serena thought, It seems I am in for a career change, from the world's strongest duke to a jewel thief. Next scene. The duke spoke, I must say, this is quite the unexpected visit, Your Grace. Is there something in particular you wish to discuss with me? Serena replied, Do I need a special reason to visit my old comrade in arms? Besides, you attended our engagement party. It is customary that we pay our guests a call. She thought, although we have an entirely different reason for visiting. Then she asked, Is it true that the dragon heart I gifted to the House of Nobles is in your possession? The Duke replied, Yes, that is correct. I have been asked to keep the gem safe. I thought it was only proper that it remain with the Marquis, but I am afraid the others were concerned you might try to destroy it if it were left in his manor. Serena thought, That pit of vipers, so they still fear me, despite refusing to sanction my engagement. Then they heard a voice, where a person said, Please, I beg of you, it may not hold a candle to the dragon's heart, but it is still unquestionably a pink diamond. Allow me to put it up for auction. Serena thought something is happening behind the door. She asked, You hear that too, don't you? The prince replied, Yes. The Duke told her, In any event, I would never have accepted other guests if I had known you were coming. There is someone I doubt you would be pleased to see. After that, the Marquis spoke, Well, who do we have here? If it is not the great Duke Arts, it has been quite a while, Your Grace, pardon my rudeness. I would like to offer you a proper greeting, but I am afraid this old body of mine will no longer stand as easily as it once did. The prince told her, The dragon heart is over there. Where are you going? Serena told him, Stand clear. The next moment, the glass was broken. The nobles shouted, Have you gone mad? What if someone had been hurt? The Marquis shouted, What of the statue? Is my dragon heart still intact? Serena stated, It appears you have no trouble standing up after all. Would you like to greet me properly now, Marquis Thornton? Next scene. The prince said, It is your turn. Are you feeling all right? Serena replied, My body is fine, but my head is a little. I did not expect to run into those old fogies from the House of Nobles like that. Anyway, I was able to check the statue, so that is done. And I guess I did receive an apology for their rudeness in the end. The prince told her, It looks like I should be able to make quick work of their security magic. It seemed to be quite advanced, but I guess it is no match for your power. Serena emphasized, about that voice we heard in the hallway earlier, didn't it seem familiar? The prince replied, yes, it was Baron Rotho. Do you recall that young noble from Countess Fersha's poetry reading? I was initially taken aback by his words. Even within the kingdom of Arena, pink diamonds are considered to be quite precious, only appearing once every few decades. So to think that the Baron had such a valuable gem in his possession. Also, I don't know if you have read the most recent gossip. They say the only asset he has left to his name is that pink diamond. Serena commented, this is odd. It says here that the Baron's pink diamond was stolen, but back at the Duke's manor, he made a fuss about wanting to put it up for auction. The prince told her that theft was a charade. He used the pink diamond as collateral to secure a loan, but then he lost all that money too. Serena asked, what is this for? The prince spoke, your attire seemed a little light. I thought perhaps you might be cold. Serena said, I am completely fine, being short of a heart. Do you really think a little chill is enough to leave me shivering? The prince replied, of course, you are indeed most resilient, my apologies. Serena thought, why did I have to respond so coldly? At times like this, I feel like even a fake heart would be better than nothing. Wait, a real heart and a fake one. Serena stated, I know what we need to do. Let's tweak our plan for the heist a little. You go convince the Baron that you will sell his pink diamond for him and bring it back here. Once we have that, I will swap it with the dragon's heart. Next scene. Serena spoke, wow, I have not been here in a while. This place has only gotten more glamorous. The nobles were chatting, is that the Duke? How did she get in here? Serena commented, I see you are taking my hand now, look at you. The prince replied, we ought to go inside, the auction is about to begin. After that, they started presenting different items, and every time Serena won the bid, she said, those blasted nobles, after how long they kept me out, I am going to scoop up every single item on sale today. The prince said, lady, my arm is becoming sore. Serena replied, sorry, I can't keep my strength in check. The announcer announced, and finally, we come to the highlight of tonight's auction. Our last item is said to be one of only 2 on the entire continent. Serena thought the 2 purposes behind our participation in this auction are a pink diamond. The servant whispered, my lord, that gem. The Duke replied, it appears the Baron managed to list it for the auction, most likely with someone's help. The prince commented, as expected, Duke Zenith seems to be reacting to this development. Serena told him, it won't take him long to work out that we were the ones who helped the Baron. How high do you think the winning bid will be? The announcer spoke, given the rarity of this particular gem, some questions may be raised regarding its authenticity. In light of this, we have called upon the continent's leading appraiser to confirm that it is indeed a pink diamond. The appraiser replied, it is undoubtedly a genuine diamond. He thought, this is most definitely the dragon heart. The announcer thought, what is taking so long? Then he said, ladies and gentlemen, it appears the authentication will require more time than anticipated. Serena stated, wait, something is amiss here. I know exactly what was in my jewelry box, so perhaps someone here can explain this to me. That appears to be the same dragon heart I gifted to the House of Nobles, so what is it doing here? Then she remembered back in time. Serena said, I did not expect you to actually get a hold of this. The prince replied, well, I was under your orders to do so. The Baron said it makes no difference to him whether the gem is cut apart or sold, as long as they help him get his revenge on the House of Nobles for not paying his request any heed. He said that several other low-ranking nobles had been similarly snubbed. Serena commented, so the House of Nobles has more victims. First of all, we will alter the Baron's diamond so that it looks just like the dragon heart, and then swap it with the real one. No one will be able to tell them apart. I will even cast an illusion spell over the Duke's residence until the auction is over. And then, when the real dragon heart is put up for the auction, it will look like the nobles are trying to sell the treasure I gave them, and the Baron's diamond will be discovered at Duke Zenith's manor. People will think that the nobles stole the Baron's diamond too. Then, at night, Serena thought, this is what I told him, they have really layered on the defensive magic since my last trip to the Duke's manor. Well, this is a bit of a headache, but here I come. That was not even enough to make me break a sweat. Now to sneak back, someone is coming. The next moment, Serena thought, I managed to place the fake in the deer's forehead, and with that, the real dragon heart is back in my hands. But what is that maid doing here at this hour? What the hell is she doing? Serena continued thinking she put something in the statue, a fake gem. Maybe, who was that maid just now? So now this statue is not even housing a pink diamond, just a counterfeit. I suppose I should cover it with another illusion spell. Well, at least I managed to get a hold of the dragon heart. I will look into the maid later. For now, we will proceed with our casino plan as discussed. Now, back in the present time, Serena stated, "You dare auction off my gift to you?" The prince thought, even her acting skills are formidable. The announcer told her, "Please calm yourself, Your Grace, the appraisal has not been completed yet." Serena told him, "I advise you to report exactly what you see, no funny business." The appraiser replied, "This diamond is indeed the kingdom of Irina's treasured dragon heart." The nobles were chatting, so the nobles really did put the duke's gift up for auction. The prince told her, "The duke is livid." Serena replied, "I assume he has gone to check on his precious gem, or lack thereof." The guards and the manager came. The manager said, "Our deepest apologies. I came as soon as I heard of a commotion, but I never expected something of this magnitude." Serena replied, "Forget it. I will hold the House of Nobles directly responsible for this matter." She thought, "Duke Zenith could not have gotten very far yet. I should use this to force them to approve our marriage." "What is this? I have heard this sound before. That has to be a heartbeat." The prince asked, "What is it?" Serena replied, "But it is not just coming from one person, and it is loud, almost as if they are extremely anxious. You answer me, what on earth is going on in this casino?" The manager replied, "I have not the faintest idea what you are referring to." The prince commented, "Judging by that reaction, they seem to be hiding something." Serena asked, "You feel it too, don't you?" The prince told her, "Yes, though not as strongly as you. It is coming from beneath our feet, something similar to an earthquake, though very faint." Serena stated, "Exactly, there is something in the cellars nearby. The tremors get stronger the further we go." The manager told her, "Your Grace, there is truly nothing here." Serena continued, "It is coming from here." The manager warned her, "If you interfere with our operations any further, we will not simply stand by. Other guards will be summoned immediately." Serena broke the door. Serena stated, "You mean a few flimsy guards with absolutely no combat experience? Be my guest. Call them. Now I am going to find out what sort of mischief is going on down there." After that, Serena said, "It is getting louder. They even put up a soundproof barrier using magic. What could possibly be down here to justify going to such lengths?" The prince told her, "Actually, while you were focused on the auction earlier, I managed to overhear the nobles discussing something. Whoever visits the casino more than 10 times apparently receives a key granting them access to some sort of passage." Serena commented, "So there is something hidden away here that is only shared with the regulars. No wonder Eric and I were in the dark." The prince asked, "Do you truly believe that His Majesty was unaware?" Serena replied, "Well, I suppose he could have feigned ignorance to me." The prince asked, "Are you sure about this? I can hear hundreds of heartbeats beyond those doors." Serena stated, "I think I would like to see what is behind these doors first. What the hell is going on? A coliseum? Just look at all those people. They even used magic to create an artificial sun underground. Is this a bullring? Is not pitting slaves against oxen something out of ancient history?" The prince told her, "Look over there. I am afraid that even the ancients would have had more integrity than this." Serena shouted, "You band of lunatics, stop this at once." The nobles were chatting, "Duke Arts, what is she doing here? I thought the imperial household was barred from this establishment. We must leave at once." Suddenly, that bull was out of control. Serena spoke, "The noise of the crowd has spurred it on. At this rate, that child will." The next moment, she was moving at lightning speed. The next moment, Serena told him, "You will be all right, kid. Just wait there a second." She thought, "I do not have much experience dealing with anyone, but I should be able to use my power to get the message across." The nobles were whispering, "What just happened? Was the bull always so docile?" Serena asked, "Are you okay?" The child was frightened. The prince came and asked, "Are you all right?" Serena replied, "We had better get the child to safety first." The prince emphasized, "Yes, I shall take care of that while you handle the rest here. I presume you still have some matters to discuss with the nobles." Serena commented, "Yes, although I might just open the discussion with a punch or two." The prince asked, "Are you all right?" The kid replied, "What is going to happen to me?" The prince spoke, "Do not worry, I will be taking you somewhere safe. There is no need to be afraid, that woman over there is extremely powerful." The kid told him, "No, it is not that, there are more of them, there are more children here." Serena thought, "What?" The prince asked, "Can you tell me where your friends are?" The child replied, "Yes, the noble said that if I managed to hold out here, they would make my father's debt go away." Serena thought this place may be beyond the reach of the imperial family, but to think that they have been doing such unspeakable things, she stated, "Where are those damned nobles? Answer me, you lot, before I pluck your heads clean off your shoulders." The child asked, "Who is that lady? She is so strong and scary." The reply would be, "My savior," although she does not seem to recall nothing at all. After that, the child told him, "That way." The prince thought, "These children, it is clear they have been confined here for more than just a few days. They must have trembled in fear as they awaited their deaths, without a shred of hope of being rescued, just as I did back then." The child asked, "Excuse me, are you all right?" The prince replied, "Yes, I am fine." The other child came and asked, "You are alive, did you really fight the bull and win?" The child replied, "I have brought help." "No, of course not. I was saved by a highborn, and sometime very soon, she will be here to free you too." On the other hand, Serena asked, "So you mean to say that you had absolutely no knowledge of this bull ring? You are set to become the next head of the House of Nobles. Do you really expect me to believe that?" The Duke replied, "As I am sure you are aware, Your Grace, when one is in a higher position, it is impossible to take notice of every single matter down below. I thought you would be of a similar opinion. I am, of course, referring to what happened after the war drew to a close. Did you not shut yourself away in your manner, claiming that, come what may, you would pay no more heed to what went on in the empire? Also, I heard on the way here that all of those children gave their written consent to participate in the bullfight. So we cannot exactly be faulted for this, can we? And if you are here because of the dragon heart, the House of Nobles will gladly compensate you." Serena stated, "I could not care less about that stupid rock. Enough of these excuses. You need to go and take responsibility for those children. I am truly disappointed, in so many ways." The prince came and told her, "All the kids have been taken somewhere safe. Are you sure you would like to leave like this?" Serena replied, "Yes. Tearing this place down won't solve things." The prince asked, "What did you discuss with the Duke just now? You seem rather..." Serena spoke, "I killed so many people during the war that I thought I would be doing this world more good by doing nothing at all. But when I think about how my inaction made me a bystander to another's suffering, I don't even know what is right anymore. Why do you keep tagging along beside me? All I ever did was bring about the destruction of your nation." The prince stated, "Lady, you have never been an idle bystander. All this time, you have been fighting on your own to do what is right, and as for me, well, my only wish is to be by your side as you continue to do so." Serena told him, "You know, you had me fooled there for a minute. You almost had me thinking that I am actually becoming a good person." The prince spoke, "And is that really so hard to believe? You undoubtedly saved that child's life today. The other day, you even took the time to listen to what Lady Olivia had to say, not to mention the way you stood up for Lady Lorne. And before all that, you saved me. All in the name of doing what is right, might I add." Serena commented, "Okay, but I am telling you, I still have no clue what you are referring to by that last one." The prince spoke, "Be that as it may, I am free to go about as I please, beyond the bounds of that lab, thanks to you." Serena told him, "You can thank your own cleverness for that. Anyway, have all those children sent to my manor." The prince replied, "I will. What do you intend to do with them? There are more of them than I had expected." Serena emphasized, "I will give them a grand feast." Next scene. Serena said, "You can have whatever you would like, they were all specially prepared by my head chef." She thought, maybe it is because I have not seen kids in so long, but she looks so cute. Corny thought it looks like the Duke is telling her, "Come now, eat up." She replied, "It is just that I am afraid I will dirty the table. I do not have the money to compensate you." Serena thought all the other children agreed to stay at her estate, but this one still insisted on returning home. It seems like she cannot be placated by food, so I had better tell it to her straight. Then she said, "I heard your younger brother is ill." Corny replied, "Yes, that is why we needed the money. I heard you gave them the prize money from the bullfight yourself. Your Grace, I am most grateful, but now that the issue has been settled, I would like to return home." Serena stated, "I am afraid you cannot do that, and that is an order. Do you really think the people who sold you off to pay for their other child's medical expenses would welcome you back with open arms? Why don't you live here with your brother and sister? consider it a favor you can repay later. Corny asked, could I have some time to think it over? Serena replied, of course, but for now, have some dessert, and if you are going to squirrel some away, feel free to take more than that. Then Corny took a bite and said, it is delicious. Serena explained, there is only one way I would like you to repay me. I want you to help another child like yourself once you have grown up. Until then, you can take some time to mull it over in my manner. She thought, the prince said that I have been fighting to do the right thing, but all this time, I have just been desperately searching for even a sliver of humanity in this heartless, overpowered body of mine. But if my actions have truly helped to lead others toward a brighter future, then I guess this is not such a bad way to live after all. At least until I become a normal human being. Next scene. The emperor asked, so Serena has overturned both the casino and the bullring. How did she learn of them? Why now, we have managed to keep her in the dark all this time, have we not? The duke replied, well, it appears to me, your majesty, that Prince Ricardo already had knowledge of the bullring. The duke continued, the duke was present for the dragon heart incident and then somehow discovered the bullring immediately afterward. The emperor replied, that is not a sufficient basis to draw any conclusions, still, I want you to continue surveilling her. The duke asked, and what of their marriage authorization? The emperor replied, now that things have come to this, we have no choice but to appease her anger by granting approval. The duke said, my apologies, your majesty. The emperor commented, it is not your fault, it was simply delayed for too long, even without the bullring incident, you would have had to grant it by now, but there is one thing I find troubling. He remembered back in time. The ladies asked, were you really Duke Art's partner for the first dance? The prince replied, yes, I did have that honor. The emperor thought, the Iranian prince. He went out to the balcony with Serena earlier, so what is he doing back here alone? What of Serena? What on earth did the two of them discuss for him to have such a smug look on his face? He is nothing but the prince of a ruined nation. The prince spoke, greetings, your majesty. The emperor said, yes, I believe you are the only one to have had the honor of dancing with the sword of the empire besides myself. Such an opportunity will never come again, may you cherish it. The prince replied, thank you, your majesty, however, contrary to your concern, I trust that I will be graced with far greater honors from now on. The emperor stated, yes, well, I presume only time will tell how long that confidence of yours will last. Now, back in the present time, he thought, have I been underestimating him? I did not expect their association to last this long. On the other hand, Serena told him, the House of Nobles will not only approve our marriage, but they claim they will even return the dragon heart if I want. Now that things are almost settled here, it is time I go search for my heart in Arena. The prince replied, we have to hold our wedding, and would you not rather rest today? You saw to the children as soon as you returned from the bullring. Serena said, all I did was impose my will on one stubborn kid. I am thinking of arranging a separate place for those kids to live soon and hiring someone to look after them. I am sure at least one of them will pay me back someday. The prince commented, I myself came here to repay you as well. Serena told him, for a moment there, it almost seemed like you had fallen for me. The prince thought, she can be so needlessly perceptive at times like these. Serena asked, a heartbeat, did you hear that? It's yours, isn't it? The prince thought, why on earth is it pounding so loudly? Then he said, it is time I return to the imperial palace. Serena asked, already, why? The prince explained, it would be inappropriate for me to tarry at your residence for too long. Serena stated, what are you talking about? We have finally received approval for our marriage, so why don't you just stay here from now on? Serena continued, you have already stayed in the guest room once before. What, you don't want to do that? The prince replied, no, I do not. Serena said, I see, well then, it is your choice to make, I won't pressure you any further. The prince continued, I think you misunderstood, I don't wish to simply stay here for the time being, I would like to live here forever. Serena started laughing. The prince asked, why are you laughing? Serena told him, just look at your face, I was only teasing. The prince thought, she was only teasing, but I would go so far as to share a bedroom with her right this instant. Serena spoke, it really feels like fall now, doesn't it? It was still spring when we first met, time sure flies. The prince asked, would you like to rest your head on my? Serena replied, sure, it is all right if I take a short nap. The prince emphasized, "Of course, I will wake you shortly." Serena continued, "I can't remember the last time I lay down without a care in the world." After some time, she woke up and thought, "Back then, I passed it off as if it was nothing, but I did think that in my next life, it would have been nice to live like my friend Hyun. To be born into a cushy life, but that very day, I was not able to save her. If I could just make another friend like that in this world." She said, "I wonder if there is anyone here who would be that person. When did he doze off? I thought he said he would wake me up. Ricardo, if I can remain with you even after I get my heart back, why don't we become real friends then?" The prince was listening while pretending to be asleep. Like this video, hit the like button, and subscribe for more videos.